Here's 57 questions with Aiden Neate at a very windy Branston Golf and Country Club.
So what's your name?
My name is Aiden Neate.
How old are you?
I'm 15 years old, born in 2006.
Why have you decided to start a YouTube channel?
It's nice to interact with people. We've built a nice fan base on Twitch. It's nice to keep interacting and hopefully grow on that.
And how long have you been racing for?
11, coming up 12 years now, so since my 4th birthday I got my first kart, so getting there.
What got you into racing at the start?
So my dad's always done racing for a long time now, so when he got me my first kart when I was 4, that was a starting point really. We've never turned back since.
Have you got a favourite moment?
Dubai reverse grid, P11 to P3 was a fun race for sure.
So this is your first full season. Anything sort of different preparation wise?
I think going into the first season of British F4, it's like a complete different mindset. You have that extra little bit added expectation. It's not a bad thing, but obviously it means you have to do the job you're expected to do.
And you're coming off the back of doing a mini season with UAE.
Yeah.
How did that go?
Up and down, we had a good finish in the championship, finishing 3rd, but there's probably a bit more could have been had, but a lot learned to carry into the season.
Looking back at the UAE, that was the last question.
Yeah.
What was like the main thing you can take from that now?
I think the racecraft's definitely the biggest thing, going from the bigger tracks down into the UK smaller tracks. All the details are very important. There's a lot of things with racecraft that I learned, and also just the differences in the car. We now learn to adapt in different situations, which is really important.
Why Argenti?
No good last year, so can't say no.
And who are your teammates for the season?
You have Daniel Ginchard on his Mercedes Junior, always very fast, so it's going to be a good reference to have. And then Adam Fitzgerald, who's getting a lot closer every session, so it's not going to be easy for him either.
What are the differences for the British F4 car this year?
We've got more power, obviously the halo, which is amazing to have. The biggest thing for me adapting was the brakes. The brakes are like hugely different, a lot more powerful.
And new tyre supply for rally for 2022?
As a driver, you always want more grip. The Preddy offers that. We've had to work a lot with the car as well to get it to work.
Track are you most looking forward to driving this year?
Keeping.
What weekend are you looking forward to as a whole?
Probably Silverstone towards the end of the year. I'll have a few of my friends come to sports, but it's always nice to have people there.
What, say, 3 things you like to do in your free time?
Golf, I've got quite into that now quite recently, so that's something I do quite often. Gym, I have a nice trainer called Josh, so I'll spend a bit of time with him. And then, to be honest, I like to sit, relax, listen to a bit of music, and that's just a way of detoxing for me.
And why would you say Twitch is important for a racing driver?
It's helped me a lot to be able to interact with new people, and also just to build a bit of a, I don't want to say fan base because we interact a lot, we actually talk quite a lot together in my Discord, so it's like a nice group of friends really.
Random prediction for the year?
Pedro to find a fairway in the rest of the round. That's my prediction.
Keeping an eye on any other drivers this year? Who do you think might be your main protagonist for the championship?
I think Dan within the team's obviously a very quick driver, and he's shown that so far, but the 2 pilot boys are looking fast. I think they're the 2 we're going to have to put up with the rest of the year.
And any other drivers, friends in other championships that you're keeping an eye on this year?
I'm always looking at the Premier boys now. I hope they do well. We had a nice time with them in the UAE, so nice to keep in contact with them now.
Who are the main people that you have at the track with you on the race weekend?
My sister's always there. She hasn't missed a test day in about 10 years probably. And then my dad loves to come along whenever he can, so he's there this weekend, hopefully a lot more this year, so it's nice to have him there.
And what was it like to be with your dad racing last year on British Touring Car Weekend?
No, it was cool. It was actually like quite enjoyable. Until one of us had a slightly difficult race, and then like you kind of wanted to watch the other race and find out what happened, and then you had to concentrate on your own races again. But other than that, no, it was pretty cool.
And how important is it to you to have those relationships on a weekend? Because obviously some guys just have no one there.
It's nice, and it's really cool to have just someone to be able to talk to, and if you've had a difficult race, someone you can express like how you're feeling. Yeah, it's definitely important for me, really. I think the top options for next year are either FIA3 or Formula Regional. They're the two we're definitely looking at. I think regardless of what championship we do, when we get there we need to be fighting at the front from the start.
What's the favourite track that you've driven on full stop?
Dubai GP is a very cool track.
What is one random fact about yourself?
My birthday is the 25th of June 2006.
And what track haven't you driven on that you really liked it?
Monza. I'd love to go to Monza, that's the speed.
And why number 57?
Honestly, is probably the most boring answer to this question ever. I got given it when I started karting at Army Cadets, and I just liked it, so I've stayed with it.
Any morning routines before you get to the track?
No, nothing in particular for me. Obviously when we get to the track we have a nice warm up, but no, not morning routines.
Do you have any superstitions?
Getting in the car from the left and cannot get in the car from the right. I can't do it.
And do you have any F1 drivers that you actually support?
No, I like watching Lando do well. Yeah, I've always, since he joined F1, I've always liked watching him do well, so hopefully see him back at the front soon.
Who are your sponsors for this season?
We have the Green Group, a logistics company run by two amazing people. We have Photon Grow, which is my father's company, and Bryson Care, who work alongside them.
Nice. And what are your favourite conditions to drive in?
Yeah, the wet's always fun. If you're in the lead. No, but a good fun session in the wet is always a nice to drive.
And what's your favourite food on a race weekend?
Chicken and rice, plain and simple, standard.
So what racing sims do you currently drive?
So we have Pure Sim at my mum's house from Ashley Sutton. Mega Sim on that I do a lot of iRacing, helps me work on the racecraft quite a bit. And then at my dad's house I have Cool Performance Simulator. I think mainly run by Oliver Norris from the Norris family. So yeah, 2 Mega Sims.
Nice. And what's your favourite car currently to drive on?
The new IR04 just come out on iRacing, which is pretty cool. It's meant to be the F4. Obviously they didn't have the exact numbers, but yeah, it's quite a cool car to drive.
What is the favourite track to drive on the sim?
Le Mans 24-hour track, I love it.
And what are the similarities or benefits of using the sim?
The biggest thing for me is probably the racecraft, like learning about dirty air. At the start when I first went into cars was quite a big change for me obviously. So to have the sims help with that was a big bonus.
Nice. And is there any sort of meaning or reason behind the helmet colour?
Well, when we went to Tony Kart we asked to put a bit more green on it, and then when we put the green in with the other colours, honestly I just really liked it, so we've stuck with it.
Who paints your race helmets?
Lewis Scotland has done the last 5 years now I think.
And when are we going to be getting a new one?
Hopefully in the next few rounds.
Who currently is your race management?
You have Gary Catt, Harry Soden, Struan Moore, 3 at Infinity, do mega jobs, so it's been amazing to work with.
Do they manage any other drivers?
There are lots of drivers, George Russell included, nice one in Formula 1, Ollie Caldwell in F2, and then the whole way down. He helps me in loads of different ways, or obviously he's there for me as a race manager, but I know him very well on a personal level as well, which is lovely.
What is the favourite country that you've raced in?
The UAE, for sure.
Is there a country that you want to visit outside of racing?
Mauritius.
Do you have any sort of time set goals? End of 2022, I want to do this.
Get a bit better hitting these sticks.
What's the silliest penalty that you've had out on the track?
Parking outside the grid box in Dubai twice.
What's the first racetrack that you've driven at?
An indoor circuit called Rogue Racing in Aylesbury.
What is the ultimate goal?
Be Formula 1 world champion.